Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025. We're in the Group A stages, day two of the team, and I'm your caster, Linwo. Join me in the casting desk is gonna be Zakota once more, folks. And I mean, we've got two games in our hands today, isn't that right, Scott?
That is right. First up on the chopping block is gonna be South Africa versus Namibia. My bad, I have a little bit of a stutter. I'm so excited of today's game, Linwell. We saw the other day Morocco and Egypt clash it out. I think it was the most interesting game of the series, but I mean, who knows? Maybe South Africa is gonna change our mind, or maybe Namibia. It's gonna be,
Yeah.
two new faces for us. I mean, for me, I seen a little bit of South Africa, but Namibia, I didn't see a lot, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a new region, at least that we are witnessing right now in the ISF. Have been playing before, maybe the past few. I wouldn't really know. We'd have to give a fact check for that, if for sure. But I mean, games are going to be very interesting. It's going to be completely different from what we're expecting, which is to say the least. Uh, I'm very interested to see what the main strategy for these teams are going to be, especially for Namibia. If maybe, I mean, yesterday we saw Ivory Coast, which sort of did well in the draft bans, and meanwhile the picks were a little bit iffy, a little bit questionable at certain times. Still, though, today it's might be a repeat of that scenario. Who knows? What do you think?
I mean, it's still a 50-50. It's a best of three series, as we know, so it can go both ways. If one team gets the first win, they can lock in and get the second one. If not, they're gonna go for a third round, and who knows then. But I mean, Lionel, I'm
Mhm.
excited today to cast South Africa because it's a country I really want to visit someday. It looks really pretty. I've seen Cape Town a little bit. It looks really nice. I mean, honestly, would you go to maybe South Africa or Namibia?
I mean, definitely, if we get the opportunity at some certain points, probably a really nice country to visit, and probably a really nice country to sightsee. But onto the groups, though, which aren't displayed on the screen, folks. We have Group A, B, C, and D here. From the top, for our Group A, we saw yesterday a little bit of their action. It's gonna be Egypt, Nigeria. We have Djibouti
Djibouti.
and yeah, Ivory Coast alongside Benin and Morocco.
And in group, we're gonna have Tunisia, Senegal, Mali, Algeria, and Ghana. We haven't seen any of these team plays, if I'm not mistaken. Today we're gonna be
Yeah.
spectating Group C and Group
Hmm.
D, I think. So it's gonna be, a nice little series. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun to spectate. I mean, I hope it's gonna be extremely fun to cast. But what can you tell us about
definitely.
Group C, Linuel?
Well, I mean, Group C once again. I'm not so certain. You mentioned, a little bit of details of South Africa in the past before, maybe through scrims, maybe through certain matches. But then again, these are regions which aren't really showcased that much in tournaments, at least in the global stage for sure. Which now, I mean, definitely is an opportunity if they have what it takes to stand amongst the top.
I mean, it's a first time for everything, Linwell, and I'm excited. We are so close to finally getting into the draft. I'm excited to see what the picks are going to be because each country, each region, as we know, has their own meta. Europe has its own meta.
Definitely.
Philippines, Southeast Asia. I mean, there's so much that can happen, and it's gonna be really nice to see. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna have a unique hero that we've never seen in pro play before. Maybe a Freya D combination. I know it's a little bit popular in
Ooh,
Africa or the Iksha Digi. I mean, it's so
definitely.
volatile right now. The meta is so open for the jungle, the gold lane, the roam, and the mid lane. The XP you have to play a little bit, try hard with those new recently buffed fighters, the Lapu Lapu, Yuzhong, Uranus, the Fovius. I mean, there are so many good choices on XP right now that are solid, but you still have
Hmm.
to go with a 2-3 rule. I mean, two tanks,
Yeah.
three damage. So it's gonna be interesting to see the draft.
Yep, definitely, definitely, for sure. And name the fact the missing piece to piece it all together, I'd say, is probably going to be a very decent mage that suits the lineup, at least. Which yesterday sometimes worked out, sometimes it was a little bit iffy, but then again, like you said, PO3, lots of opportunities and lots of time to showcase their potential as a team. And as a team, Sakota, since I mean, speaking back, since you are also a active player back a couple of seasons ago, how much time does it take for players to settle down and be compatible with your team in terms of gameplay, in terms of meta?
It can take 1 month, it can take 1 year, depends how much you trust your teammates and how much, if you have a good drafter in your team. For me, I was the team's drafter. I was, the guy doing the shot calls as well. So, I was one of the core
Mhm.
members. But when I
All
got a
right.
new member, a new roamer, he started shot calling and, he lifted a burden off my shoulders. But still, I think it's a lot of yapping about my squad. We're gonna see what teams are gonna pick and what banner we're gonna judge. I mean, I'm an analyst, you're the shoutcaster today. I mean, it's gonna be an amazing series. I hope. Again, best of three,
Definitely.
South Africa versus Namibia. So, Lyndon, what are you expecting? Which bans do you think are gonna first show up? Do you think the one? Do you think the Isun Shin? I mean, we've seen them, the Oranos as well.
Yeah, we have seen them in the past, and certainly some of these heroes are quite difficult for teams to handle, especially if you don't really have the burst target ready to focus them down. So definitely, probably going to see a Uranus ban in either of the cases, or maybe see the teams pick it up for themselves, which I'd say just might give them enough of an edge to take the first game. So nonetheless, though, Sakota, are we still thinking of, since back to yesterday, a
The Oranos
Uranus
jungle.
jungle?
Yes.
Uranus jungle, praying for sure, for sure.
I mean, after we got done with the casting, we got done with the games, I went on ML. First game, Oranos
Yeah.
jungle. just to let a bit of the steam off. But I mean, the other day we've seen a lot of interesting picks, and we've seen a lot of Arlots. We've seen it a lot in Europe, and I think we're gonna start to see it a lot in Africa. Arlot on the roam, Arlot on the experience lane. Right now, I think he's one of the best setters in the game. I
Yep.
mean, he has that devastating final slash, just repositioning your entire team, not just down one person. It's not like a Zilong. Zilong can reposition only one person, but Arlot, just everyone. But enough
Yep.
of the yapping. South Africa's team roster is gonna be super shady. Jujung, Lindo, Velotizi, Super Light. And I don't think I'm gonna even try to pronounce their names because I'm gonna be, butchering them. They look a bit hard to say, but should we try,
Hey,
Lionel?
give it a try. Yep, give it a try. Let's go.
Shaden Shalabala, Mogamat Ismail, Slindokule, Nolovo, Merkan, Shkal Dadmir. I think I pronounced it.
That wasn't bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
that wasn't that bad. I mean, I did butcher
Yeah.
one or two of them, but these are really unique names. I mean, only one was really easy,
definitely.
honestly. Just Velotiz's name was pretty easy, but the rest are kind of hard.
Indeed, quite a few syllables there. We're on to the next team roster for Namibia here. From the top, it's going to be Robin and Archangel Michael, Hitman FN, Subscope, alongside Empress here. And their real names, Paulus, Mnewambele, sorry if I said that wrong. Reginald, Clascent, Avieri, Hofiku, Mazilla. Dang, that's a good name. Mazilla.
That's a really cool name. That rolls off the tongue. Yeah.
Tanika Carvalho. And yep, that's the roster for Namibia. Apologies again for the mispronunciation. We're doing our best with what we can, and hopefully, we could get it right next time. Isn't it right? Let's go.
Who knows? But Namimbia's roster, I think they have a female player, Empress. I believe.
Ooh.
That's a female name, if I'm not mistaken. But
Perhaps
it would be cool. I mean, I believe it's the first female player of the tournament we've seen on stream.
Yeah, maybe indeed, and gonna be a huge showcase at least for this match. And I'm interested if she's gonna go for the roam category or even the jungle category, which would be quite interesting to see.
I'm feeling marksman. I don't know why Empress. Marksman. It feels marksmanish. I don't know, man. All the time I've seen people on goal and they have
Aurora, Mage, Empress.
It can go. I mean, it depends. Hanabi. I mean, Hanabi isn't Hanabi an Empress lore-wise or something like that, or Kagura? It was Kagura. I'm not good with the lore. I'm not good with the lore.
Because Hanabi's a ninja. She's a shinobi, I believe so.
Can't you be, an Empress shinobi? Come on, Linuel.
Maybe, yeah. For your
Double
village,
lag.
yeah, that could be. Yeah, but I mean, think again. One of the most important rulers of your region, village, country. You're not gonna send them off on a mission, right?
Who knows?
Enemy
Maybe they're the most skilled. Maybe they're the most powerful.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm excited to see what the draft is going to be. I can't hold it out anymore. I'm gonna be, you know, obviously as casters we're gonna be a little bit judgmental, but take this as a two-way blade, two-edged blade, because we're gonna give you the tips and tricks that's gonna help you with the draft. Because I mean, I have experience. Linon has experience. We've been casting a ton of tournaments. I have done Iesf previously. I've seen it. I've played. I mean, I've as Kronos said,
hang on.
I did play in it. A few years ago.
2024, 2023.
2023. I did play in it.
That's a couple of years.
In scrims a lot. I remember it was so, it was so rewarding to finally see your hard work finally put on screen. You
Progress.
be able to just showcase your skill. It's something
Definitely
really cool. Because I think that's what most players want to see, their skills on the big screen. I mean, that's what I wanted to see, and I saw it. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe in the future you're gonna cast me, Linwell.
Or you cast our play. In this case, we might switch over to the player roles in this time.
Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna cast and play at the same time. I may be that good.
That'd be insane. Yeah.
I mean, in the past, when I first started casting, I did cast and play at the same time. Was an experience. I mean, that's how you learn. Tough learning.
Yeah, technically, guys, don't do this at home. Jakota is a trained professional. Yeah, but nonetheless, though, I mean, what are your expectations coming into this match? Is it going to be which team do you think has the edge before we even see the draft? Just going by the names. Just going by the names.
This is a really hard question. I think Namibia has a higher chance because they're closer to the Middle Eastern server, to the MPL server. They're a bit closer to that. And I mean, as you know, South Africa is at the bottom of Africa it's Cape Town, not really at the bottom. So they're a bit further away from these proactive players. Maybe people from Namibia have played against these pro players in rank, or they practice against, I would say, better people, because they're a bit more tryhard in that area.
All right,
it's gonna be a different environment because they're just closer to the server, closer to the region. It's gonna be different. But Linwell, I'm gonna ask you the same question you asked me. Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you have for favorites?
Well, I mean, I was gonna stick with Namibia because of Empress, but now since you're going for that, I'm gonna go with South Africa instead. And maybe, a little bit of rivalry here in the casting desk also, cheering for our teams. But nonetheless, though, all these teams are quite decent and quite deserving of their spot here. At least for now, though, the draft here, like we talked about earlier, mentioning about the XP laners, going to be the priority picks, the setters for the front line. But on to the next question is the jungle here. You think the assassin jungle, namely for the pick-up potential, is going to be more popular in these games?
I'm gonna, go on an edge. I'm gonna say the fighter jungle is gonna be more popular than Marty's picks. This fighter picks, the season, I believe 32 or 31 meta, if you remember it. Yeah. Just these frontliners just do with all heroes. I think that's gonna be a lot. Alpha. There's so many good choices. I mean, the Rano's jungle, come on, guys. just one time. just one.
You keep on sticking out of there. I mean, definitely. If we are going for the fighter jungle, he's I guess the strongest priority if the Fredrin's banned out. Uranus jungle might just be better in this case. Since, just give the explanation at least.
Rano's jungle?
Yeah. What's your bias? How are you going to defend him? I mean, he's good, I know that, but...
No, let me just explain it. So, clear speed is based on how much damage you can do. His kill 1 stacks with the jungle creeps. And right now, the more passive stacks you have, so it's like up to 20, you're going to deal more damage using the basics attacks, and that's going to allow you to clear each buff faster. You're going to rotate faster, you're going to go for that brute force. I mean, there's so many possible builds, but if you just go for a constant, for a magic spellvamp build, you know, just one item. There's the concentrated magic. You go for that. You go for the brute force. You go for the queen wings. Go for the oracle. You're unkillable. You just gonna be up and away. You know, tower dive after tower dive, invade after invade. Yes, you don't have a stun. Yes, you don't have an execution beside your S1 if you can consider one. But you have consecration. You can just run away. You have that second skill. You can get a shield, run away. You can just do everything and run away. You just Uranus. You cannot be stopped. You're like a fridge with wheels going down a slope. And how can you stop that?
Well, I mean, if you were a team facing off against, then what would you pick here? We're just giving maybe, since you've unleashed this beast in towards these regions now, they're probably gonna start playing even more. So, what do you think is gonna be the main counter here?
I said the counters.
Baksha?
No, Baksha, never.
Not Baksha.
No, you
never
need
Baksha.
insane burst. I mean, Baksha can work in the early game, but late game, nothing.
Maybe.
No. It's really hard to counter. You need one stun that's long, and you need extreme burst. You need like a Luoi type burst, a Farsa type burst, just instant
Alpha
melt.
is just coming to my mind then.
Believe it or not, no, Alpha doesn't work that well because you can just run.
Okay.
And Alpha is too slow in that spear of Alpha because he still has animation. But you know, there's the Masha on the XP, which can be maybe a viable counter, but I really doubt it because it's extremely hard to play the Masha in the current meta.
Yeah.
Lapu Yuzhong being there, you're just gonna get melted in 2 shots. So I think he's the only hero without a counter. I mean, the only counter is your team, honestly. If your team is playing bad, you cannot pull off the Uranus jungle. That goes for most unique heroes, like the Kaja jungle. You need a team that supports your playstyle. It's, you know, it's hard to pull it off. Yes, Uranus is hard, but you still need to keep in mind the stacks, the buff rotations, the turtle rotations. But I think we're going to head into the draft, Mr. Linwell. What are you expecting for the bans?
Well, I mean, the first bans here, definitely, after you've given the entire speech about Uranus has to be banned if you're on the red side. Nonetheless, though, if it manages to sneak through, I guess we'll have to be relying on those burst mages, maybe even those peel mages to sort of give the precise positioning, though. But doesn't look like it here. Matilda alongside the Kalea being banned off very early on.
2 supporters getting banned out, understandable. Both of these heroes are extremely strong. The Kalea, I feel, is a bit weaker than Matilda because you don't have that, you know, come along ability. But you still have that instant skill to it can stop a Joy, it can stop a Fan, it can stop a Hayabusa. You have that ultimate, you just need to purify for it to counter, yes. But if you're an assassin jungle, how are you going to escape? You're not a Lancelot, you're not something with an immediate skill. But the Kela's going to get banned out. We saw a lot of it from Team Morocco the other day. I mean, who knows, maybe they did their homework and they maybe think Namibia also is doing it. But there goes my beloved metal friend, Uranus, God of Light. Who do you think is going to follow through? The Yisun Shin, the Lancelot, the Farsa, the Kimi?
Yeah. I mean, probably the Yushin for side on Namibia, because I mean, the jungle speed is just too fast for the South Africa, though it's probably going to be a mage, because again, mage first pick, pretty risky unless you want to go for the Farsa, unless you want to go for that explosive, let's say, lead advantage so that you can draft much more easier going to the late stage.
If you pick out your mage early, you can ban the other good ones. The Zetian is good, Juxin is good. Lilia, we've seen a little bit. She's good for early game invades. I mean, Kimi is extremely good for us, extremely good again. But you're going to ban out the Hamon, which is actually a counter for the Uranus I forgot about. It does a ton of damage. And the Hayabusa gets banned out as well.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 junglers here, but this does mean the Yushin is open.
What do you mean 2 junglers? 4 junglers.
4 junglers. I mean, the last phase, 2 junglers. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. What do you mean 4 junglers? There's only 3. Yeah, if we count the Uranus.
Amon, Hayabusa, Uranus,
Uranus,
and Kalea.
Kalea jungle? Kalea jungle?
Yes.
No way. Not in this economy. Come on. Dakota, you've cooked many times, but this time, I'm not on your side.
Me. Trust the cooking. But we're going to see the last one getting picked out by Team South Africa. I believe, I mean, he's super. There's 2 supers from the team, so we're going to have to see in-game which is which. Bob is getting picked out as well.
Finally.
I mean, it's an extremely good pick.
Finally. Yeah. after so many games of so many series, I'm so surprised Phobius went so long unchecked and
I mean,
prioritized by a
Lapu
lot of teams.
Lapu
Which,
better, Glue better, Yuzhong
yeah,
better, obviously not better. I mean,
sure,
Akai
go for
XP
Lapu.
completely.
Lapu Phobius. Lapu Phobius.
Go Akai XP, come on, South Africa. I know you cannot hear me, just telepathic waves. Go for that Akai on the XP, and I'm telling you, in this Phobius, no problem. ET type of deal. But the Clint is gonna get picked out.
Ooh.
I mean, it's an interesting early pick. Yes, he has a lot of bursts, but the one-hands open. Granger, Iritel. I mean,
I don't
you
like
can
this.
put the list, the Nathan, but iffy pick.
Yeah. No, I
It is
mean,
too early
even
for the
considering,
marksman, I think.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, too early for the max, and they already showed both their side laners here. And again, without getting the mid
Yeah,
prio
the
here
Farsa.
against Farsa open. I mean, for so long, I was excited about the Phobius, but Farsa is still open. South Africa is looking to have a very standard draft here, and they don't really have an XP laner to dive, so now priority is going to be in their jungler or maybe mage. I don't know, Navaria, Lina would be counter.
Esmeralda?
What?
No. That's an
I
okay
mean, yeah,
pick,
it's just good.
Esmeralda.
It's just
Yeah,
good
it's
against
okay.
yeah XP. Yeah.
But I
All
mean,
right.
what is now? Maybe I'm gonna pick on the jungle. They have to go for an assassin hero to shut down that farce. They already picked out the XP, which I don't like. If Yuzhong was here, you can use the Black Dragon from Go Down on the bird, and just completely deny her ultimate. Even Nacho with the dragon. But what will they
Lapu
go?
jungle.
Not the Lapu jungle. The funny on the jungle is a good choice. I mean, one time I played there is a jungle back then, but the Minotaur is a great
Oh,
pick here.
wow,
Minotaur and
indeed.
Valentina, I think.
Yeah. But now, I mean, second draft's going to be started, and Valentina probably going to be banned here. In this case, you don't want to give that extra feather airstrike. Nonetheless, though, Namibia, what are they going to ban in this case? Roamer, possibly?
The
Aiming
marksman. Ban out the marksman. Roamers are not so important because there's so many, but I just realized Yisun Shin
true.
went unchecked. Yisun Shin, the most broken jungle in the game, went unchecked, and they're gonna ban out the glue?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, Glue, strong against the Phobius in laning phase.
But you have the Esmeralda. The Zetian getting banned
Yeah,
out.
I don't know. Are you expecting Esmeralda to be the goal laner?
I haven't seen it this season, so I couldn't tell you. I've seen Ruby on the gold lane, but never Esmeralda because Esmeralda doesn't have a poke skill. She's just always in their face.
Yeah.
I think South Africa needs to ban out at East Shin. I think that's what Namibia is going to go for because they already have two thrones. They have a damage dealer. I mean, if they go for the Kimi, I think they should go for another jungler. But it's so hard. It's extremely hard to tell as of now. But the glue is a questionable pick because you could have picked the farmers, you could pick the Vexana, two direct counters. Even their answer to the enemy team. But the Granger's gonna get banned out. I mean, I wouldn't pick a Granger into a lane personally.
Yeah, and especially against Phobius also, you're just gonna give him free dashes and free passive stacks there. Nonetheless, the final ban's coming from South Africa, like you said. Jungle ban has to be the Yushin Shin unless they are thinking about something else, which frankly, Selena might just be the best option if they don't go for Yushin Shin ban.
Selena, Zhuk Chin, Zetian is banned out. What else is on the mid lane besides the Kimi? Because I don't think they're gonna go for the Kimi in Namibia. They're lacking a ton of
Yeah.
burst.
Mhm,
It's
indeed.
really. But there's a Zhuk Shin. It's a
Solution.
pretty
Oh,
good ban because it denies Esmeralda and the Lancelot. It's okay into
yeah.
the Farsa because you have that extra dash on your ultimate. But what will they pick on the gold? Will they go for the Nathan? Will they go for? They have to go for a physical gold laner. What is
Too
open
much
besides the
magic.
one on the Beatrix? Beatrix
Perhaps,
is
yeah.
a
It's
pretty
been a
good
while.
pick here.
Yeah, a lot of stagnant targets. Beatrix could run it down and just blast the foes, but nonetheless, Namibia here with the first pick in the second draft phase. Jungler is gonna be locked in, but no, probably in the last
I
scenario.
think the jungle
since
needs to go
Ancestral
right now
War.
because no, the jungle needs to
Mage.
be last. Jungle needs to be last.
Yeah.
Mage.
Yep.
Vexana would be pretty okay here because you deny them entry. Vexana or
Mhm.
something along the lines of Aloy, possibly.
Hope will find a way.
There's the Vexana.
It is decent synergy, decent crowd control. They have again 3 knockups here in their hands, and all the heroes, all crowd control heavy units. The only thing though, zoning potential from the side of South Africa is much more stronger. But now It's the $1 million question. Are South Africa gonna slot the Esmeralda into the goalie? I can't believe I'm saying this. Why am I still
I
thinking?
doubt. I think they're gonna go for the one on pick. I mean, I'd go for the one on or the bad choice. You're just gonna get 3 stacks on the Wolf, just 3 stacks on the Minotaur, and I mean, it's just one is just really good right now in this bruiser type meta because they're fighters. They cannot do anything. They do not have enough burst to burst you down. They don't have enough ability to chase you down. So it's a really hard choice. But there is the one getting locked in. And what is going to be the roamer? A Tigreal? Oh, Franco. Okay.
Ooh, wait. I like this. I actually like this. Hang on, but I mean, as long as you're able to position yourself correctly, you can get some great pick-off potential. The only problem I see is that Franco just might be an initiate for the side of Namibia instead.
I believe a Tigreal would have been better. Even if, yes, Minotaur is a direct counter to the Franco, I still think it's a better choice. Will Namibia go for the Eastern Shin, or what jungle will they choose? Will they go for the fighter, the Martys, to immune that hook, immune that stun from Esmeralda? Maybe even the Lucas, but for the Suyusek would be a great pick here.
Oh yeah. Although I think they're gonna have a lot of difficulty locking down this
Roger.
Roger. What?
Not a bad draft. I mean, both drafts are good.
Yeah.
Just, unexpected. The Frank was a bit of an unexpected pick right now. I don't think I've seen this entire season, not once.
Indeed, it's been a long time at least seeing in the tournament formats here, Franco. But I mean, if he's able to get a precise Bloody Hunt on towards the Minotaur before as he used the Minuan's Fury, I mean, that'll just be absolute cinema.
Yeah, let's just not hope use it on the Vexana Death Guard, but I mean, who knows? Namibia has, the Roger, if you're good enough, you can immune it with the Lycan Pound suppression. The Phobius, you can cancel it out with your second skill. With the Clean, you cannot. With the Minotaur, you can technically. With the Vexana as well. Yeah. But like with Vexana, it's a little bit harder because you have to on the Golem right on you or the Death Knight.
Oh.
So it's gonna be.
It's
gonna be an interesting game. Yeah. Still, best of 3 series, South Africa versus Namibia. What do you think? Who do you have for winning yet again? You said you have South Africa. I said I have Namibia. So let's see. All drafts look okay. Yeah. The Franco is a bit unexpected for your side, but still, the one is good, the Farsa is good, the Lancer is good, the Esmeralda is okay.
Hey, good enough for me. Good enough for me.
Really good.
Yep. We're going to be heading into the line of dawn, folks. It's going to be the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025, folks. Day number 2, South Africa on the blue side, Namibia on the red side, I'm Castle Linwell, and joining me in the casting desk is going to be none other than Zakota.
Thank you again for the introduction. I'm going to see both junglers starting out on the red side. They look a little bit different, the buffs. One looks like Roger, one looks like a dinosaur. But,
yeah.
a few interesting emblems. We're gonna see the Impure Rage on the Clint is something unexpected. That Weapon Master is pretty good with the recent buff. The junglers, neither of the junglers have Swift, which I think is a big mistake. Swift is such an underrated mini emblem that's, really helpful in their game. 10% clear doesn't seem that much, but it is. Already mana boost bot out by Empress, and in the bot lane we're seeing the bruisers bruising.
Yep. But they're rotating
4-man rotation.
The bot lane. What? That's a little surprising here. Turtle's not even available.
It's still killing out Esmeralda. Esmeralda is playing it extremely well. Really good positioning. Playing behind the turret, not in the turret. Extremely good positioning, smelling something, cooking. But look at the Clint as well. Extremely good positioning coming from both sides, both side laners.
Ooh. Yep. This is quite interesting to see here. But looking at the top side, this just might be an attempt for it to dive towards this clean. Or first gonna check out the bushes here. Stan's gonna landing alongside a lot of burst. He gets the hook here on towards Minotaur. Although the main focus is gonna be the back line though. Flicker coming in, but just on the nick of time. So much burst damage from this Lancelot Thorn Rose.
That damage from Thorn Rose and the Executioner is gonna be insane, but that hook was a big initiation. Maybe it hit the first, but look at that!
Oh, wait, very short first blood. Juju MC gonna get it all for the South Africa onto the table.
I don't know if why the Phobius is gonna try to contest. Esmeralda is gonna go on him with
Yeah.
that. But still, first turtle going for the side of South Africa. Roger didn't even go for the invade on the enemy buff.
Hook,
Flicker.
hook,
Oh,
hook,
hook!
landed it! There it is! This is what I'm talking about. TC, but hang on. Von Rose here coming in out towards like about also tries to maybe trade it all, but Parsa here so aggressive, but misses all the skill.
Again!
Federer is trying just to maybe try to get someone, but again, cut the tape at that point, man.
I mean, the Lancer is gonna go for an invade. Hitman knocks him up, doesn't manage to get that blue buff. But still, he has the Vengeance on
Yeah.
Phobius, which is a bit of a unique spell because normally you'd see the Flicker just go out from the fight. But the Lancelot did a pretty big mistake here. He did not go for the XP crab, which gives a ton of gold and a ton of experience points in the early. Maybe he's just letting the Esmeralda get a power spike, but Thunderbelt peeked out so early.
Another damage
On
coming
range.
in as the Minotaur's Fury lands on towards, still surviving. Juju MC finally gets traded. He gets away. Nonetheless, is Roger going to be all alone here? Tries to go. Hook, oh, gonna be missing here. And Michael just might escape. No, Lindo is saying no to that. And 6-0 here for the South Africa.
As you said, 6-0, 4,000 gold difference, 1 turtle ahead. And Esmeralda is building already the Thunderbelt. He has higher level than the Phobius and their jungler. I mean, she's doing an amazing job with that, initiation. But look at the Franco. We said, who knows? Maybe he's not gonna hit any hook. Maybe he's just gonna go for the flicker plays. But he has been hitting them perfectly. Come on now, Pythagoras and theorem. He's gonna count out the dash. Just the quick math.
Oh! Lancer right with the Federer strike. Super shady getting the kill there. This Franco is just insane. Oh, Lancer diving with the back line there. Massive CC initiation, but again, not enough to burst to clean up. But what was that hook?
I believe Lancer lost his puncher there and he couldn't go in. But look at Superlight. He's gonna take that buff for himself. Even with a support emblem, I don't think that's needed. However, it's a free buff. Lancer is gonna use that Thorn Rose to get it, but look at the Phobius. He's not rotating towards him. The Esmeralda is ever on the map. 7 kills to nail, 5,000 gold ahead, and a turtle again going in Lancelot's hands from what it seems like. One is rotating towards the mid, looking maybe to take that tower out. The Franco looking for a hook.
Yeah, hang on, puncher. Oh, use it all, utilize their cooldown gonna be there. Thorn Rose alongside with the. Oh, hang on, just get turret taken down.
Big play coming in from the first, using that ultimate to zone everyone out, but the Phobius is gonna chip out a tower in the bot lane. Juju MC, Lindo, and Velo TZ are there.
Yep. Oh, we're vengeance just a tank, maybe. We have a puncture, maybe, but oof, just enough burst damage.
If I'm not mistaken,
towards the top lane here, alongside Super Shady, so tanky.
The Phobius, I believe, cancelled out a bloody hand of Franco, but we're gonna see. Oh my god, the damage! An Arcane Instrument falls as well. Mega kill.
Quite insane here, coming from the South Africa. I mean, this is making it look so easy right now with how they are playing and how they are rotating around the map.
It's all in the hands of the Lassel. Another hook!
Empress falling here alongside GGMC, gonna be the one who picked up kill, and this Franco is just on a rampage right now. I mean, cooldown just gonna be coming in, maybe in top lane. Is Jujuberg is gonna be the next target as the crossbow tank picks him up. And there's nothing that this Minotaur and Roger can do as Namibia tries to defend this. Maybe walking up is gonna be pretty risky. Tries to dash out. Hook also missing here. And that's just gonna be a free mid lane turret for the side of South Africa.
Look out for their airstrike, just zoning out and almost killing that Minotaur. Look at that burst. Juju MC is already level 9. Archangel Michael is 4 levels down. Look at the Phobius.
Cancel once again. Polygon be cancelled. They are so huge for the start of Namibia, though. They tried to go with dash here.
Whoa!
And they are getting that one by one hitman at the start of this off. But that's not enough burst for Michael, though. He'll have to rotate over from the sides if he wants to pick him off. But looks like he's gonna go for a purple instead. Meanwhile, Lash on the backside is gonna ambush them. Lindo tries to go for a dash here. Poacher gonna be missing here. Von Rose tries to connect in. It's just gonna be able to dash here. Dash in again. once more here for his team. South Africa getting one by one the members of Namibia Empress next year. Feather airstrike just overkill. First damage for their team.
Big engage coming in from Hitman FN. He managed to get one kill for the team of Namibia. Still 10,000 gold lead, 9,000 now, closing the gap shortly, but the turtle is not going to get taken. I believe they're going to wait for the 8-minute lore. Most gold earned right now is in the hands of Super Shady at 7,000 gold. That's, if I'm not mistaken, about 800 to 700 GPM. Let's look at that. 5 people in the top lane. They're not rotating towards the turtle. I mean, what can you do in their situation? You can't do much. You just have to play for a split push. Clean has to split push. Roger has to split push. Minotaur has to stay with the Vexana and the obviously just stay in that fight. I mean, that's the job. We're going to see the Lord spawning in 1 second. And the Roar has spawned the unique version of the Lord. And he's already getting melted below half HP almost.
Yeah, so fast here. I mean, one turret taken down for the side of Namibia though. But I mean, they lost mid lane in the process here. Hopefully the concussive blast from this turret will still be available for the Lord March if it comes to his mid lane.
I believe the focus is blocking it out. The Roger is helping as well, just clearing out that wave. But I think the Lord... I mean, yeah, I was gonna say it might just merge down on the bot lane because it got hit a little bit, so it's lower than the mid lane. However, the top lane is one hit away from being broken. Robin, Hitman, Zubscore, Empress, and Archangel Michael are waiting on the bot lane. And look at Juju.
Yep, Juju just poking in. Still gonna have his ultimate back right as the Lord marches in. So again, great util and great improvise, but a little easy. I mean, he's trying to go for a hook maybe to the backline here.
Team South Africa is improving a lot. They synced up the lords. Mid and top still have the tower abilities, but look at the Roger. He's just getting pushed away and poked out. Oh my god, that hook was so close.
So close. Yeah, but Lord's gonna be pushing down bot lanes. Yeah. Again, once again, Feather airstrike landing in. A lot of burst damage to the backline though. Oh, hang on. As prediction coming in. Not be landing anyone though. Lord still tanky, half HP. Esports trying to go in. Hitman once again, but stunned and the knockup though coming in so strong for side Namibia. But Super Shady is getting tripped. Maniac with the crossbow tag. Maniac alongside just Roger, Archangel Michael to defend 5 members of the side of South Africa right now, and possibly giving the Savage, but no. Super Shady just wants to end the game, playing up the top lane. Main inhibitor is the next target here as they slowly take game number 1.
20-1 kill death assist ratio. I believe 15,000 gold in the lead. And South Africa takes that by a sweep, by a landslide. The snowball effect was too good. Qualifiers did almost make a comeback in the mid lane, but still, it was not enough. His team was not close to him at all. Maybe if he had a flicker as well, he could have just chased a little bit better. However, that's what ifs, what could have, what should have. Let's take a quick look at the highlights, Linwell.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the highlights once again, a lot of burst damage here from Juju. Every single scenario, you're showing how the farce is just too insane. And I mean, that hook, if the Minotaur sidestep, it would have been the Roger who would have suffered and fallen there. And again, every single clip almost we see the Franco hooking someone here once again, and just so much potential here. South Africa has shown this.
I mean, I agree with you completely. The East team, you know, but I think they could take on Morocco. I think they could take on Morocco, honestly.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, how we've seen them play today, definitely.
I mean, it was an intense first match of the day, but remember, it's still a best of 3 series. So, you know, who knows what's happening in the game number 2.
Yep. Although, one thing that sort of noticed when we were drafting is that, I mean, again, out of Namibia, they don't really have someone who can apply pressure towards those lanes and get away quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you completely. They didn't have anyone to go for split pushes as well. The Roger is a good pick, but I don't think it's as good as it was previously in the jungle because he's not as tanky. Yeah, exactly. He cannot risk it all for no biscuits.
That's true.
A quick look at the statistics. We're gonna see 10-0 on the 1-1. I mean, it was basically a flawless game. Just one death coming from the Esmeralda, getting caught out in the mid lane. But look at the damage dealt by the first 47,000 in 10 minutes. That's a big average. But even so, total healing, most damage healed. I mean, Esmeralda 31,000 more than the Phobius, and Phobius was always in their face. He had that Warx, he had that Dominance Eyes. The top boots is an interesting choice, but still, the Esmeralda went for the Thunderbolt first to just be a nuisance.
Yeah,
again, another
ready.
peak. I mean, if I were to judge extremely, the Sky Piercer on Roger, I don't think it's a pretty good item on the jungle. You need that Warx for the clear, you need that Endless for the heal as well. So, it's just peaking at nothing right now. But again, keep it in mind, Roger needs the Warx to scale a little bit. It's like Lancelot. He gains a lot of healing, a lot of CDR, a lot of healing, a lot of clear speed from that item. Windtalker is extremely good first item. That's what I go for by the Endless or the Warx, depending on the game. Here I would have went the Endless early just to heal a little bit more. I mean, they couldn't do anything. It was just a complete slaughter fest.
That's true. That's true. I mean, Roger, if you went for that build, and it's more of a slow heal and rather be a finisher for your team, and seeing that how you have the burst potential for Namibia, but then again, I mean, the ones who always control the pace of battle was South Africa. I mean, it was just too difficult. I mean, Farsa literally flew under the radar for the first half of the draft. That just goes to tell you something.
So only the one on the most gold obtained in the game was from the side of South Africa, 9,833. Most gold on Namibia's side, 5,381. Most damage taken, 21,297. And the most damage, I believe that's the most damage dealt, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
I mean, it's still, rough to read these stats, but look at the damage towards 41,463 from the side of South Africa, 7,577 from Namibia, 2 Searchers, 1 Lord, and 9 Turrets. They just completely took out everything. Extremely good pushing at end as well. Only 2 Searchers in favor of Namibia. And the gold obtained from minions is at, I believe, almost 5,500 gold difference, but still, look at that. Most eliminations 1-1, most damage dealt, Juju, most assists, Velo TZ with that insane hook, and the most gold, 9,833 again from Super Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, that game was just sensational for the 1-1. He just had as much as room to play with and as much as damage to deal. Even, diving the Clint in his turret, we just, was it 1 level difference, 2 level difference? Popped him like a bubble, just instantly.
Too much damage, Linuel.
Yeah. Well, very much so. And I mean, going on to game number 2, maybe South Africa, I mean, if they're going to stick with the same strategy, Namibia is going to be in a lot of trouble.
No, I agree with you completely. Who knows what Namibia is going to pull in game draft number 2. Who knows, maybe they've seen the comfort picks of Team South Africa. Maybe they're going to ban out the Lancelot, ban out the Farsa, ban out the Franco. I mean, you wouldn't pick the Franco if it wasn't one of your, signature picks, or your comfort picks.
Yeah.
But again, best of 3 series, 2 more possible games to go. Who knows, will South Africa take the win in the next one, or will Namibia turn it around? But with that last statement, we're going to go on a short little break, give the teams a little time to think about what's going to happen next, how we will proceed. Just 5 minutes, go get something to eat, something to drink, relax a little bit. It's this cool summer heat. Maybe go get an ice cream from your freezer. Wanna be right?
All right, folks, welcome back to the Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025. It's day 2 of the group stage here, Group C and D. We've seen the first game of the match, South Africa versus Namibia. Game number 1 taken by South Africa. Once again, will Namibia be able to make a comeback? I'm your caster, Linwell. Joining me in the casting desk is gonna be none other than Zakota. Wait, I pointed the wrong side.
You pointed the wrong way, but it's alright. They know who we were talking about, the GOAT right here on the right side of the screen, but we did see South Africa completely destroying Team Namibia 20-1. But I think, let's see what Namibia is gonna go and do with the draft. We are already gonna, I'm already thinking they're gonna ban out the Franco. I mean, I would, seeing those, consistent hooks. Maybe even the Lancelot or the Farce. I mean, 3 good choices right there. Do you think we're gonna see Orano's jungle? Be honest. The possibilities.
Unlikely. I mean, these two teams know. They saw it yesterday. They're gonna ban him off. If he's open and free, that's just free real estate. And I mean, maybe who knows? We're seeing again Ranger and Matilda ban right now, so maybe Uranus might slip through the crack.
So Franco's gonna get banned out. Namibia on the left side and South Africa on the right side, just for the viewers. First pick going to Namibia's side. I mean, Franco is a good ban. I mean, he was landing those iron hooks pretty consistent, but the hero's gonna get banned out. She is an invade heavy hero. It's annoying to deal with her when you're a squishy jungler, as you know. Even a squishy mid lane is annoying in the early game. On the XP as well, you know, if you're playing something on the line that doesn't have a really good power spike till level 4, it's still risky. But what do you think is going to be the next one? Do you think they're going to ban out the one on the Lancelot or the Farsa?
Farsa most likely here, at least with how much of pressure South Africa showed. If they don't ban the Farsa, maybe they're going to pick it up for themselves as the first pick here. Which, again, probably Empress going to be on the mage role here. So I'm still questioning though, is the Uranus still going to be open here, Zagota?
I pray and I pray that Lyndon's going to go jungle Uranus. Because the Kalia getting banned out. A repeat of game number 1, straight backwards. Come on, Uranus jungle! We're praying right now to God. But yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows? The possibilities are endless. That's why I love Mobile Legends Bang Bang. That's why I love when we get into the land of dawn. I mean, there's so many possibilities for the jungle. That's my favorite role. Literally, he looked to me like a gold laner. I don't know, man.
Nah, I'm a roamer here. Strictly, you know, there's bulky front players. Set up your team. I mean, what do you mean, liar? Wait, Uranus is open. Uranus is open. Is this it?
I don't think Namibia is gonna pick it. I think South Africa. But if Lindo picks it, I'm gonna be extremely happy and I'm gonna, you know, scream at the top of my lungs. Joking, of course, but I'm gonna get banned out. And Linwell is a 1-1 main, chat. 1-1 main on my left. Not a very good one, but still a 1-1 main.
But I am 1. 1-1. Alright. I just lost years of my life making that joke, but again, I mean, Zakota, you're a jungler main, right? In this case.
Yes, exactly.
So how is your experience playing the Uranus? How many games do you have with him in the jungle this season?
20 games on the jungle.
20.
We're gonna see Empress taking out the bird. I mean, it's banned out all the time, so no. It's gonna be XP Uranus. It's gonna be experience lane.
No, stop it out. Stop it out.
Come on. I'm gonna call them right now. Hold on, let me just check my phone.
Dial.
I'm gonna dial. I'm gonna see. Hey, can you go? Uranus in the jungle is gonna make me really happy. But I mean, it's still a good pick on the experience lane. It's just a browser annoying hero. If you don't have a counter to it, what can you do? Just ban it out. That's the easiest way to counter hero you don't want to play against. Just ban it out.
Yeah, but since...
What is Namibia gonna pick to counter? The Baxia on the XP works. I mean, I've seen it one time. A Baxia damage winning Uranus. But we're gonna see Linda taking out that Iesf. Come on, my hopes are still up. What if it's a Iesf gold lane or a Iesf XP? Come on. Possibilities are endless.
I can feel the copium so much from the side of Zakota right now.
Jungle's mains need to cope. We don't have any heroes to play besides Fanny, Ling, Hayabusa, Iesf, Uranus, Suyu, Martis, Lucas, Amon. There's so little heroes to play. I just, you know, it's not that many.
So little. Just, you know, just around 10 or 15 or 20. Like, that's just more than,
I mean,
dance section.
As a jungle main, you put me on anything with a retribution, I'm gonna do extremely well. But because the Iksha getting picked out, one of your favorite picks, if I'm not mistaken, and the Terizla on the experience lane. Into an Uranus, a Terizla. It's 50-50. But the Zetian is locked and loaded for Team South Africa. Juju MC, we saw how crazy she was on that Farsa, and as we know, Zetian is a direct counter to Farsa, if I'm not mistaken, with a big AoE ultimate. I mean, it's ever on the map, so you know, it's a stun.
Yep, indeed. And the only thing they'll have to, Juju has to look out for is, I mean, the cooldowns are much more vastly different. Zetian is, again, you can't really spam her ultimate, unlike Farsa here, so moving to the mid to the late, you want to have the prio go towards your team here, at least for the mid lane. So, I mean, mid lane control is going to be pretty interesting to see.
Hayabusa again getting banned out is a really bad choice, because honestly, I would never pick Hayabusa into Iesf, Uranus, and Zetian. Uranus gonna get banned out, leaving out the clean I mean, what's a direct counter to Iksha? Something can just go away. I mean, something can walk to the right a little bit. The Nathan.
Claude.
What would be a good? The Ruby would be extremely good for Team South Africa right now. A Ruby goal lane.
Really?
Yes. Yes,
I mean,
extremely
yeah.
good.
A lot of
They're
CC,
lacking
I can,
stance.
you can see the vision, yeah, indeed. And I mean, you can even go for a flicker hook combo here with maybe pull the far side towards your team, which again, we have seen South Africa utilize a lot of that initiate potential from the hookers. And since Franco's not here, maybe the Ruby.
I mean, the other day we did see a minister, but I got just gonna get banned out, just denying them a crowd control effect a ton. And the Moscow, which is a great pick. Good ban coming from Namibia. Maybe it's gonna be a turn around for game number 2. Still, it's looking a little bit iffy. South Africa still has a better job just by that Uranus and Isushin. That just leaves out Lancelot, the Fanny, and the Ling for the left team. Because I mean, I still want to go on Ling into this. Ling is so risky nowadays. What could they go, Linwell?
I mean, a long range assassin, not really an option. Nolan, maybe, but then again, I feel like the best option could be. It's still not coming to my mind.
The Lancelot?
Perhaps. I mean, but against this comp,
Batang, Rome, Ruby, Gold Lane. I'm calling it out. They have the damage from Yusoshin, they have the damage from Wuzetian. I don't think they're gonna lack that in the tower pushing sector because, as we know, Ruby is just gonna out heal Ixia and just using that, you know, Beyond Wolf team is gonna stun her. And there's the Ammo Fenner pulling and the tower pulling, that Teresa pulling the Farsa away. There's just so many possibilities.
yeah. I mean, all the while we're talking about Ruby, it's just going through my head a possible edit of us like casters are technically brainwashing the audience. Ruby is not even visible on the map, but they're already hypothesizing about it. But then again, I mean, could be interesting. And again, a glue in this matchup. Wait, this is a Rome glue coming in from South Namibia.
A glue Rome is an interesting, and then Lancelot getting picked out as well, you know. Again, 2 great picks coming in, but I don't know if the glue on the Rome is a viable choice nowadays because it's not that great. Because you just don't have that set stun, just not that, you know, good. There's way too many better heroes than the Minotaur, the Tigreal. I mean, even the Frank we saw last game, I mean, it's banned out right now, but there are so many better choices. The show is open. What else is a great hero? Even the Hellcourt have worked here, because you have the Teresa, you have that the Shadow Nightfall, you can just split push, you can just go for the opposite goal laner and just win it out.
That's true, that's true. And then the
Roger goal lane. Wait, isn't she in goal lane?
Wait,
Copium?
wait. Roger EXP? Oh wait, Roger EXP,
it's-
Uranus, Jungle. You shouldn't in Golden?
Yeah. That's right. You're right. You're so right. The cope is coming through the microphone to the screens. But I mean, as we know, the Uranus is gonna go in the XP. Lindo is gonna take the decent Shin on the jungle. You know, best of 3 series yet again. Namibia versus South Africa. 1 point towards South Africa, so they just need 1 more to win. If Namibia wins, they're gonna need 2 points to take it back. But still, we saw game 1. Who are you going for? Who are you rooting for this time?
I mean, draft-wise, looking at the table, I would have gone for Namibia a little bit, but the glue rolled through it off. Again, Terisla pretty slow on the rotate, so now, I mean, I got to stick with South Africa once again.
I agree with you on that. I think I'm going to go with South Africa as well. I mean, it's, you know, and we saw how they played in game number 1. And I think, you know, it's going to be a slight bit of that, you know, momentum and that feeling.
Perhaps. Yeah. Well, hopefully, though, I mean, things can change for Namibia if they do find their spot and if they find their momentum, which is a little bit difficult in their losing end. But, folks, we are going to head back into the Land of Dawn here. Game number 2 of the first series for day 2 here. Iesf Africa Qualifiers 2025. South Africa versus Namibia. Namibia on the blue side, South Africa on the red side. Will Namibia may be able to make a comeback? Only stay tuned and watch.
I mean, we're gonna see a blue star coming from the west, just allowing him to use that mana more wisely, even allowing him to possibly go for an invade. He has just a better clear speed, and I believe the Lancelot missed his puncture by a little bit, so I just slowed him down with that rotation. Looking at the emblems, there is nothing out of the ordinary, just that there is like having that firmness, extra skill instead of that agility to allow him to run a bit faster. But we're gonna see an interesting choice of emblem on the glue. He's gonna have that extra cooldown on the flicker reduction. I mean, it's definitely a unique. But look at that, Urano is just not a care in the world. He's gonna go for a high cut already.
Indeed. And since now, I mean, oh wait, hang on, we'll have to hold that thought. We are a huge initiate. Lindo getting first kill here. Huge burst damage there. I mean, super shady execution damage from that, like about.
In a ton of damage, but look at Archangel Metal. He got level 4 before Lindo, and he has the Phantom Execution. He could go for a shutdown kill.
Yeah, I mean, has to play it safe. His tank not available in map. Mage position backwards. Super shady zoning out Zip Scope right now.
I mean, not much you can do. Zap Scope is playing at a disadvantage. The lane is being frozen in Super Shady's honor, but look at that! Mountain Shocker forcing the flicker out.
Super shady. Hang on, super low.
Like a bounce
coming in. But not enough burst damage. Just gonna be able to kill that up with passive.
The Lancelot is getting chased out of the turtle pit by that Uranus. Blue is there for us as they are not level 4. Juju MC did get her Phoenix Protocol ultimate. Look at Tillman, he has his 4. He can go for an engage. Velo has his wall ready to go, but look at that damage!
Vitalize there starting in with a massive penalty strike here. Although Flicker play, it's gonna allow the Phoenix drop here to stun a massive target for Southern Namibia. Although they got a huge pick off.
Iesf does not have his Mountain Sugar, he just is in the top lane. Retributions still in both hands of the junglers. One kill in the hands of Namibia to the same. I mean, it's 1-1. Just 1-1.
1-1, but
Mountain
now
Shocker
utilizes it. Vision given here. Empress seeing the
Empress!
and gonna be stunned here, but flickers out into safety. We do have Trisla here with the re-engage. Doesn't have the penalty zone if he wants to commit. Turtle into half HP. Super light zoning off Robin right now, when no vision is gonna be available for Archangel to try to steal it, and Turtle gonna fall into the hands of South Africa.
Robin is just standing still. He's just showing a dominance move right there. But
Menacing.
we're gonna see the wings by wings getting used the force to escape, as you said. But look at Archangel Michael. He is just getting poked. Oh my god!
Yeah, massive fist crack there. Empress gonna fall there, but hang on, Phantom Execution. Gonna do a lot of burst on Juju, so low on HP. Tries to finish off. Archangel Michael just out of range. This is where the crucial Yushin comes in play. I mean, close range, long range, he has it all.
The Lancelot still had his retribution. He could have used it on Juju and to take out a kill. Look at that top lane. We're gonna see an initiation coming in from Team South Africa. Yushin has his boat ready. He has his Mountain Shock ready. But look at that! And there's turret!
Oh, hang on, goes for a dive, and that's a first kill against Juju Scorp here. And Blue's trying to go in for re-engage, but then Leon, he's too late. And oh, just go for a stick ontowards Lindo. Though flickers out, Lycan Pounce coming in.
Lycan Pounce.
Deal some burst damage ontowards him, and turret's gonna be main priority.
Look at the Lancelot in the mid lane.
Meanwhile, I mean, he just took so much damage there. Blue, they're still trying to defend top lane here all alone. Let's have the split onto action, but again, gonna be taken out by Super Shady. But still, though, we do have a wave flip coming in, but a massive fence crack on towards the wall. Stun Scorps there. Lindo trying to go in, but not having a Mountain Shocker available. Not gonna be having the burst needed to finish them off.
And look at that, Orlando is just going with that there. It's like Demon Hunter swords in the hands of Super Shady, but look at that fight!
Oh, hang on, gonna stun on the walls, Jim Squad. Again, not enough healing there. Good fall, and losing out on Siege Minion as well. But wait, hang on. There's penalty zone onto the super slide, and this Uranus is so tanky with a lot of revitalize and the concentration. Instead, almost taking down Archangel Michael alongside though, but he's 3 against 1 right now. Empress so low on HP, has to flicker out into safety, and Hitman will be executing him. Assassination on towards this massive celestial being.
So much damage getting tanked out by the runners. If he had that flicker instead of the revitalize, he would have escaped, because just that extra damage is gonna be such a time saver, such a lifesaver as well. But the third is gonna go almost unchallenged. Robin is there.
Oh, I know Smith could be ready here, but there is going to be the Phoenix descent on towards here. Full barrage coming in, but not be on any of the targets right as Mlbb picks him up, and Robin is going to be next as Juju MC picks the next kill, and all by all, Namibia first fall back, but a massive stun out towards Empress with a mounted shocker, not enough burst damage. Mlbb hovering over, he wants to finish it off, maybe, but backs off. Toppling turret is more in their priority right now.
5,000 gold leads in the head of South Africa. Two turrets as well, two turtles following through. But look at the
Droop score again. They can play with the this cracks here. Juju FC picking up kill. This Ixia is not beyond the breed in his lane. But hang on, Robin trying to re-engage. No, too late to party.
Not much they can do there. Roger has his Lycan pulse ready to go. He is winning the lane by a landslide. 2-0-3. Compared to the Neil for Neil. Zapscope, Ixia. Look at Fovis. I mean Fovis, the Tigreal. Not much he can do. Archangel Michael.
Oh, has managed to escape. Just a matter of split second. But there's going to be the Phoenix descent on towards the backline here. Cubes got some trouble. Oh, Super Shady. Going to be knocked up once again. But full barrage comes in. But he's just too low in HP to fully commit. Still escapes though, but the revitalize keeping the rest of South Africa healthy. The wrestler tries to counter back, but he's going to be all alone in the front lines with not really any targets to out damage here, folks. And South Africa are just getting away with murder right now.
Not much Namibia can do, but look at that gold lead. 8,000 gold lead in the favor of Team South Africa.
Yeah.
Man, this is
that's
pure.
Great.
Look at that.
So much burst here. I mean, Namibia can't even walk forward anymore at this point without risking taking some kills, giving some kills towards South Africa.
I mean, we did talk about this Houston Shin the other day. He is an assassin with a stun and with an extra long range. It does a ton of damage, 600, 700 per basic attack, if I'm mistaken. But look at him, Monster Shocker.
Oh, starts it in, and Robin's next target, but Split gonna give him that survivability. Instead of full barrage, and a shot down goes towards Robin. And wait, he's going for a fistwork combo here. Super Shady gonna be the one picked up the kill. South Africa here for the Reds, maybe for the Brethren, but it's gonna be Romer for the jungler here, as the turret is gonna protect the rest of Namibia.
Hitman FN is getting poked out of first. I cannot do much. The Lancelot didn't manage to get that kill if I'm not mistaken. But the lower is still gonna get challenged by the Roger. He has a Demon Hunter short. He can take it down basically by himself. Not a fact very well though, but if you're in the human form of Roger, you actually do a lot more damage with basic attacks because he has Demon Hunter sword passive on the basics.
Yeah. Well, penalty zone on towards Juju. Though still has the passive to knock him back if they try to dive here, and Namibia instead trying to go for a retreat. Oh, that's all here coming in, but I mean, the damage right now for him is just a little bit of a poke rather than a burst here, and Robin forced to flicker out so early as the Lord marches down the mid lane.
Roger finally picking up his full Trinity build, if I'm not mistaken. Super Light picks out his dominance. Jojo MC is clearing the wave, just allowing it to crash into that shield ability. Even so, the Lord is marching down the bot lane, so she's gonna clear the dead wave. What are we expecting? Are we expecting an end? Are we expecting a defense?
Oh, most likely flicker play coming in alongside with Phoenix Descent. 5-man stun though, giving them enough time to take the turret. Penalty's not coming in, not going to be connecting on anyone as the rest of South Africa marches forward. Better airstrike and alongside with the full barrage to out damage. Maybe the backline as Super Shady picks up the kill instead with a split still attached onto
Super Shady.
Super Light is just too tanky right now. 3 for 1. Super Shady falls to the hands, but Inhibitor strong and healthy. There's the brilliant fist back combo. Double TC stunning the backline, not giving an opportunity to stun. As slowly South Africa take game number 2 and take the victor over Namibia.
Best of 2 series, as you said, won by South Africa by a landslide. Huge props to Team Namibia for playing it out so well. I mean, I wasn't expecting South Africa to be this strong. I think they have a big chance against even Egypt. If I'm not mistaken, Egypt could be taken down by South Africa.
Well, it's definitely if the cards fall in the right place, but folks, I mean, we gotta look at the highlights once again. There's so much burst damage on towards the glue in early game, not what you expect.
The glue early game, he doesn't have any items, he doesn't have that escape ability using his ultimate, that stick. But look at the Lancelot, he couldn't do anything. Juju MC just sustaining every bit of damage. If maybe used that retribution, he could have gotten a kill more than early, but still, not much you can do in the situation. You're not expecting to use the retribution, but look at set on glue. Too much damage coming from Juju.
Yep, I mean, and this entire game, I mean, the win condition on Namibia was their intensive teamfight potential, but it was all cancelled out with either the Phoenix Descent or just South Africa countering by marking Zoop's Corp every single time in every single scenario. And even right now, I mean, he's forced to back, not going to be using a full barrage, which, again, can't really position well.
The full barrage is a good argument, but they still can just walk out of it. I mean, we have seen it multiple times. Even in that last team fight, they just walked out from it. But Super Shred, he has just has the better hero, honestly. Lycan Pounds is just an immunity. He has that extra damage. He has 2 forms. He has a lot of movements. Look at, just goes in, goes out. He walks in the turret and takes a little bit of damage, but you know,
Yeah,
minor mistake.
definitely. Minor. I mean, things happen, you know, in the heat of the game. And a skill shot based, a skill shot in the other direction. But nonetheless, though, I mean, we can all agree that Namibia, they had a decent strategy going in, but that's not the right setter for those team fights.
Not much they can do in that scenario. We're gonna see, I mean, even the difference. Look at the items of Team South Africa compared to the team of Namibia. Half of the team has roaming boots bot to allow the jungle and the lowest member of the team to get more gold. So just gonna stack it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, Farsa couldn't do anything. Blood Wings first item is a bit of a stretch. It's not that great because you don't do as much damage as you did in the previous patches. The glowing one is right now the best item in the game for mages. Any mage you play, glowing one is a must. It has slowdown, it has a burn damage, and it has cooldown reduction, and on top of that you do anti-heal. So you know, keep that in mind, especially into a draft with Uranus, Roger, Yisun Shin, and Badang. You just need that. Even the Zetian.
Yeah.
You really need that anti-heal. Much healing. And there is a fully built his Antiquarius extremely early, instead of going for maybe a Dreadnought followed by an Oracle or a Queen Wings. I mean, it's just easy pickings right now. And Robin, the Cursed Helmet, no, not a big fan. You're a roamer, you need that anti-heal first. Even maybe going for some defense, the Dreadnought, as I said. The Magic Robe is a good first item early because they have so much damage, so many sources. You can't just really build custom and say, you know, I'm gonna rock with it.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, even if they went with the most optimum build, South Africa, they just had the faster rotate. Uranus, cut waves, Badang has insane mobility, Roger has insane mobility, Yisun Shin has insane mobility. The only one who is going to be walking slowly is this Zetian. And nonetheless, she can be miles away to just drop, press the ultimate, Fury Phoenix, blast on towards the enemy, and 5-man stun while you're feather air striking, while you're full barraging, while you're dashing with the puncture. You get stunned, you die.
I mean, that's right. As you said, they had 2 static heroes. They had the Iesf, they had the Farsa.
Yeah.
A really popular combo back then was the Iesf, because you know you had that RWM real manipulation, just looking down with the feather in the middle, just tanking them, and the Iesf on top of that using physical as well. I mean, that's a complete slaughter. But nowadays you just need something else on the roam, I think, and they would have done a little bit better. And on the goal lane, the Iesf is a premature pick. I think it was one of the first picks of the game, so it was too early.
Yeah.
There was a Clint, which is a good pick. There is the Moscow, which they banned out. The Iritel, the 1-1, which was banned out. But there are so many other picks that are left on the table. Even the YSS on goal lane, it may sound like a joke, but it's not that huge. I mean, you have to try it out. You have to try it out.
I don't know. I mean, maybe perhaps looking back in the past couple of years ago, I mean, you wouldn't think of putting Badang on the roam position. But here we are today, one of the most dominant roamers here in the game. I mean, well, maybe Zakoda could be onto something, folks.
I mean, I could be cooking. I mean, Yisushin Golden has been, you know, worked on in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, but that's a little bit far away from Africa, from where we are. But are you excited about the next series, Mr. Linwell?
Yes, indeed. Ooh, it's going to be a very spicy one. South Africa, once again, who are they going to be facing up against?
It's going to be, as you said, South Africa versus, if I'm not mistaken, let me check, Congo.
Congo? Yeah, Congo.
I mean, the match previously promised on stream was Madagascar versus Zimbabwe. We're sorry we're not able to show that, but we're gonna show another spicy match: South Africa versus Congo. Incredible second game, but Linwell, I think we need to get a break, a long break, to get the teams a chance to catch up. Especially to South Africa, they played an amazing series. They played extremely well. We're gonna be right back after this break.